Hello everyone, greetings. As promised, here is the video about the command stands that I've painted for my Soldiers of Napoleon or General Darmay games. I'm gonna start with the aide camps. So basically, these are the guys that you will have going around the battlefield, of course, delivering orders. They are also useful from a gaming perspective. In General Darmay, they will actually define some extra actions that you can do. In Soldiers of Napoleon, they are a good way of identifying the last brigade that you have activated. I've tried to paint quite a mix, so I have these two guys, one on each end, with some delivering some orders. Try to make their livery a little bit more distinct, just to give it more color and flavor overall. I also have a hussar charging valiantly across the battlefield with important news to tell the commanders. And because this is the Peninsular War after all, I have also painted one Portuguese aide camp. There you go. This guy has got a bit of dust going on around. I'm not sure if you must have picked up. There you go. So as you can see, he's dressed with the uniform of a Portuguese cavalryman. There you go, perfect. Just shining some light on the poor dude, because otherwise you really cannot see him. Beautiful minis. These are also from Pendragon. I have based them, all of them in round bases. This is to distinguish all the 8 camps and the command bases from... Sorry, having a bit of a nightmare with the camera. There you go. From this to distinguish all of these from normal units, because on the table it works much better that way. So going up the commanding order, then we have the brigade commanders. And the brigade commanders, I have placed them in slightly larger bases, as you can tell. And here I painted a cavalry command brigadier, as you can see, brigade commander, a light infantry brigade commander, talking to his troops and incentivizing them, moving them forward, and a generic one, which I usually use for my line infantry brigades. So for my line brigades, so nothing too special. As always, I try to mix in my command bases. I try to mix some cavalry and infantry units just to give it a bit more flavor. Halfway between a diorama and a command base, if you know what I mean, just to give it more character. And then, because this is the peninsula, I also made one for my Portuguese brigade, where you can see you have 2 Portuguese soldiers surrounding a British officer. This figure is actually Beresford, the commander of the Portuguese army at the time, British commander of the Portuguese army at the time. And I thought it was a nice, in a way, I know I am demoting him to a brigadier, which he wasn't. The guy was far more senior than that. He was second in command after Wellington at times. But yes, I thought it was okay. It was a good way of reflecting the allies in the peninsula from a command point of view. So whenever there is a Portuguese brigade, this is the guy commanding it. Now, both for General Darmay and for Soldiers of Napoleon, you are going to need an overall command unit who commands, of course, all of the brigades you have. Who command all of the brigades you have on the table at the same time. And that is, of course, your division commander. Now, once again, just for proportion, I've used a slightly larger base as well. And in this case, I've tried also to tell a bit of a story in there. So you see you have the big shot. Let me see if I can shine some light on him. There you go. That looks better. There you go. He's got an aide camp with him. There are some soldiers going by, drummers to the rear. A quote familiar to everyone who's read a Bernard Cornwell book by now. And yes, that's my This is my main dude when commanding, whenever playing a peninsula battle. This is my main dude commanding the allied forces. So I guess that's actually the last video on my allies, because we've covered all of my British collection. We've covered also the Portuguese who I finished painting, and these are the command bases overall. I'm gonna leave you with a shot of all of them, or most of them at least, just to give you a flavor for what I have. And overall, yeah, I mean, this kind of concludes the first set of videos that I wanted to show, showcasing the collection I'm putting together. The next ones I'm gonna start showing you the French I've painted so far, and then the next step, I guess, is to show you the work in progress. There are some Bavarians being put together, and if you've painted Bavarians, you know they look quite cool. Okay, all right, guys, have a good weekend. Yeah, feel free to drop a comment if you like what you've seen, and have a good one. Cheerio.